Welcome to Build an Agency. On this podcast, we talk about building businesses with proven digital marketing tactics. Join us as we help CMOs, business leaders, and future marketers grow their organizations and reach their goals. Let's jump right in. Welcome back to the podcast. We're on episode 23, and we've got a fantastic episode planned out for you guys. I'm on the line right now with Attilio and Ryan Saab.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Ryan's back in with us, so this is awesome.
What's up, guys?
He's kind of part of the crew right now, I guess, like as a podcast crew, I guess.
Yeah. All day.
He's 2 in a row. It's pretty good. So
I mean, we work with him and talk to him about this kind of stuff every day. So I mean, it only makes sense to kind of bring him on as much as we can. I mean, the conversations are always really fun.
Yeah. Super insightful, this trio right here. They just like spread knowledge everywhere. You know?
Absolutely.
Should be
today
a good time.
we're going to be talking about Google My Business. So strap in, I guess, right?
You're a
Google
Bing
My
user, strap in.
Yeah. Bing and Yahoo, the other like 30% of the market share.
Yeah.
Strap in.
For sure. That's crazy.
Or Ask Jeeves.
I think they shut Ask Jeeves down, actually, didn't they?
Oh, does it not exist anymore?
Yeah, he was my favorite too, because I felt like I was just like, I don't know, maybe like elementary school me was just
Talking
so
to a
like,
very informed character that would get the right results.
I just feel like I could ask him anything.
Ask.com, I think, is what it is now.
Okay.
yeah.
Interested and used.
I didn't know that was
I feel
like the
Yahoo
same
really
company.
bought them, though. I feel like Yahoo just started buying up a bunch of people, and then they just kind of like dropped off the face of the earth. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. But
For sure.
anyway,
Google My Business.
Anyway,
So, what is Google My Business? Why does Google My Business matter for businesses? What's going on?
so Google My Business kind of acts as like the, I guess it's almost like a storefront, sort of. It's like a billboard for your website when people are looking for you. It's an indexed version of your store, I guess. It's really good for brick and mortars, like solid locations. I mean, it's awesome. It's a listing for yourself, right? So anywhere where you can get more attention, you should list yourself.
right. Definitely exactly that. And it's also like an extension to your website too, for like local searchers. It seems like it's becoming more of a priority for Google to update this section like of extra local real estate that you can have in the form of like a listing and gathering reviews and adding your business info, then linking your website. So it's a great place that it's basically a requirement now if you have any local office or, service area business.
Yeah, it redirects people to your phone number, directions, your website, I mean, you name it, your social media. So people can really get a feel of who you are, what you are, where you are. It's awesome.
More times than not, whenever I'm about to be driving somewhere or going to a store or anything, if I need a business's number, if I need their location, if I need to know where they're at on social, if I need to know what their website is, oftentimes I'll type in the business's name on Google, and when that Google My Business listing comes up, I sometimes I never even go to the website if I just need to call their phone number. Like my truck's been in the shop like 97 times in the past 2 months, and so every time I need to find my mechanic's number, I usually just type in like Jim Phillips Automotive or whatever, and his number pops up, and I can call him. So I don't know. So I'm always going to that instead of his website now. So do websites even matter anymore?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yes,
they
I do.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's like the yin to the yang of like these two entities now, Google My Business and your website. Your website can help a searcher find your Google My Business listing and vice versa. Like you kind of need both, and you kind of to get the full effect of a Google My Business listing, you do need a website that the listing links to as well, you know?
Yeah.
And there's just so many other, you know, background SEO type signals for linking them together and having both that it's like a necessity.
I mean, there's no reason to pick and choose like which one you want. I mean,
Yeah.
you can. It's better to have both, because I mean they might be checking the Google My Business to get your URL. Like, so I mean they're not only looking for your address and phone number. They could be looking for your site to kind of check out your offerings, the kind of products and services you have. So I don't think Google My Business is like even trying to replace websites. What I do think they're doing for sure, I think they're killing the yellow pages. Like,
yeah,
they've been on a steep decline anyways, but I think Google My Business is actually the nail in the coffin.
So that's kind of really interesting. So Google My Business kind of naturally has like a lower position on the buyer's journey, right? So it's after someone knows your name or they know what they're looking for and where they're at, and so they can kind of find your business on the maps at that point. So a website really should be like hyper geared towards awareness at that point. So this is before people even know that they have a problem or before people even know how to fix their problem. Your website should be addressing it. And then by the time people are looking for your business, they've already been nurtured for your business. They're already looking for you, right? Or you have them in some kind of like repeat funnel where it's like once they purchase from you, you continue to email them or you continue to engage with them on social media or something. So that way they keep looking you up on Google My Business. So Google My Business is really like a decision point for your customers or clients. And that's why it does so good with beating Yellow Pages, because it's literally way instant. Like Yellow Pages, the website is one thing, but Yellow Pages, the phone book is a whole other story because it's instant, you know? Like why would you use a phone book when you can literally, like, if you know the store, why would you go to a phone book, look them up in the phone book when you could literally just type it in on Google?
I think Google My Business is even dangerous for like YP.com because everyone uses Google daily. Like everyone knows how to use it, you know? But rather than like,
and Yelp too.
Yeah.
I feel like
all those big aggregates.
Yeah. Cause reviews are, you know, kind of aggregated there. Like, I don't know. I think Google My Business is going to wreck shop on YP.com, Yelp, all of it.
Well, of all the websites that we oversee, I've never seen YP or Yelp or Manta or any of those, like, I guess, phone books, like digital phone books, passing more traffic than a Google search, like than organic search in itself. So, like, that should just be a telltale sign. Like, and we oversee websites. We oversee websites, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like we don't see that people are, it's like, so someone is hacking the system with YP and they're getting tons of traffic. It doesn't work that way. It's just people don't go to YP to search for things. People are going to Google to search for things.
Yeah.
So.
True. And the decision, well, your point to it being like a strong decision point for a buyer or interested user, they're aggregating, Google My Business is aggregating all that information from those sites too into one place. So users are becoming conditioned to just check the Google My Business listing even further.
Yeah.
You can see the Yelp review right there. They can see the Yellow Page review there. If everything's linked, I mean, that's kind of like over time. And if the business has consistent pages with the same, business name, then that feed usually shows up. But yeah, it's all crazy. You don't need these other sites,
Yeah. It makes them
soaking up all the traffic. Maybe Yelp for like super picture heavy, like a channel for like a restaurant or still useful, but over time, who knows what's going to happen with these other features of Google My Business coming out to help businesses.
Honestly, if people, like you just mentioned restaurants, and if people honestly are just like getting Google reviews and they're getting like Facebook reviews, so say they're on Facebook, say they're on Google, I mean, that's all the reviews. They can post up a ton of pictures through Google. I mean, these other auxiliary sites, especially if you're paying for them, like YP is really good at sales, I think. And and they try to like call up people all the time and get people to get listed on YP. But I'm kind of not a fan of YP.
Yeah, or use a simple templated, everyone's already using it kind of landing page for like a paid per click campaign, you know, like
Yeah.
It's there. I agree with you on that one.
You know, like between Google and Facebook, it's like, and a website, that's all the presence that a business should use. I mean,
And now
at
there's
least,
an
like,
app
the
too.
most available things. Yeah, the apps for Google My Business. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, for Mac or Android or iOS. You know, it's simple. Take a picture on the job, say an outdoor project, and upload it immediately and get your images into that local search visibility.
Yep. Plus, you can manage it, engage with customers through the app. Not to mention all the analytics you get through the app. Like, you can literally manage your storefront through an app right now. Like, it's pretty crazy. And that's like the storefront being the perception of people like looking at your business and like what people are saying. So you can like reply to reviews. You can do any customer service moments that you want. It's awesome. The app.
And the effect of Google My Business only is amplified when you have multiple locations, say 20, or say a dealership we work with, it's 20 locations, and just having some kind of content filled in and like categorized for each of those locations and some reviews is going to be huge, because Google's slicing up the pie of search queries into more and more local based queries. So it's more valuable to get found locally than it ever has been. And get on Google My Business for sure. But yeah, we'll have to talk about some of the features too. And
some of the new features, like their chat features. And so this is what's making it ultra relevant now too, is like the chat features, the like posting features, the like simple website builder features. I mean, these things are crazy what Google is doing right now for businesses and business owners alike. It's just like the amount of engagement and the amount of information that you could provide just with a listing is huge. It's enormous. It's a user experience that people are expecting now.
Yeah, and it's free to just verify through a business phone number and get set up rather quickly, and then you can create managers, other people to access and run the page for you if you're short on time as a business owner, employee. And I mean, it's definitely Google's requiring more time of businesses for some of this marketing, but it's such a necessity now that even paying a few $100 a month for somebody to monitor your Google My Business listings is like super valuable to like keep your reputation in line and your local search visibility in line. And now it's like what you were saying, the new chat feature where you can just enter a number, which won't be displayed publicly. It'll just be tied to like your SMS, your phone, and you could have people that want a quick support. You give them support that quickly through the Google My Business listing. And that's huge. That could be a sale right there, like right as they're interested.
That's crazy. You could close a deal with somebody before they even go to your website.
Yeah,
totally crazy.
Something else,
or you can have them like open up another tab and you can like actually walk them through your listings through the chat if they can't talk. I mean, there's just a lot of options.
It'll probably only get smarter too with like these chat bots. The smarter functionality in that chat feature, and then the second being Google Posts that came out recently. It's like a 1 to 300 word spot where if someone searches your business, what it's called.
Did we lose Ryan?
You good?
You guys hear me?
Yep. Cool. We're good.
Oh, okay.
I keep going.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
So Google Posts is the other big feature in this year, where it's like a 100 word to 300 word post with an optional photo you can apply. And when anyone searches your business name in Google, a whole other section will pop up with that extra information. It could be like a discount or something enticing about your business. And you can update that whenever. It's kind of just like a free billboard without paying for AdWords, which is kind of cool.
Extra little offer. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
if people are searching for your brand, like they know your brand name, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think those offers are going to be super powerful when if you do like a daily sale kind of thing where it's like people are thinking about coming in and it's like, oh snap, we get buy one get one free. It's like come through, buy a bunch of stuff and then whatever. So it's
super powerful.
Yeah, like talk about just like building the extra, you know, especially if you have like 13,000 people looking at your business every day, like through your listing, because you can see all the analytics and you can see how many people are taking a look at your business like on a daily basis through Google My Business. I mean, it just makes sense for you to take like say 1% of those people come through your store every day. So you get like say 15,000 people are looking at your Google My Business listing and you only get about 150 people through your store every day. Put out some kind of post with a nice little offer and convert an extra 1%, you'll probably be making a ton more money, you know?
Yeah.
Just shifting that from 1% to 2% is like crazy.
Huge these days, yeah. Like every little click counts.
Yeah, seriously.
Everyone's got to keep up. But, you know, even if you have some rehashable content, you know, it matters because it's a nice Google space that you could just take what maybe you posted something in Facebook that was kind of a sale or trunk show, like for the wedding client we have, like they do trunk shows, for example, and that would be a great spot to promote trunk shows for designers that they have over there. So another awesome feature that just came out.
Yep. Website Builder. Isn't that in beta still? I thought it was still in beta.
I'm not sure exactly. I haven't looked too far into that. I mean, we manage some Google My Business listings, but that is, you know, another section where you could just have like a one-page site that the Google My Business software, I guess, of the listing like will create based on the info you already have in the listing, and it's just like fill out a few about our company, like a few fields, kind of like an about page, an extra about page they give you, but they also give you a nice call to action at the top, like call now. So it's just another space that you can get your like super important business info on that they'll probably rank highly because it's under like Google's website domain. So
interesting.
Definitely. I mean, I recommend to any business like filling up every section of a Google My Business listing at this point because there's a lot of good stuff.
I wonder if in the future, like heavy, like Google My Business, like activity, like if they can track that. And I wonder if they like help you like rank your website based on that.
Yeah, it does actually. There are like some search factors that correlate with between like the Google My Business and the linked domain. So
like it'd be crazy though, like the more you use it. So like if you're using like chat more, you know, if like you're actually like helping with customer service and like chatting with people, like if Google sees that as a relevancy factor and ranks you higher as a result, that'd be like an interesting way to kind of see.
Yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
I don't know.
There's definitely already like social signals, right? For like social media posts to website kind of thing. So like, hey, is this website really socially relevant? Yes, it is. Then they'll rank it higher. So I'm sure that there's got to be some kind of like chat engagement or you know, if everybody wants to talk to this person, I mean, there's got to be some relevancy to that, you know, just like there's a relevancy to like more reviews or higher reviews for rankings.
Mm-hmm. And that's like more, that seems to fall into like engagement signals too that affect everything, like the reviews, the quantity of reviews, like when the recent one, the most recent review. We've seen a few people that haven't gotten reviews or a few clients that just, you know, they just got some fresh reviews, like 2 in a row, and like their local visibility was spiking, like for their listing, like it matters a ton.
Oh,
Like,
I remember there was a print shop that got like 4 extra like 5-star reviews, and all of a sudden their revenue jumped up by $3,000 for the month. And it's just because they started getting seen more and more people were coming into their shop. Like literally,
wow.
that was the beginning of this year. So
Oh,
it's
man.
just crazy. Like the guy went from not having a profitable shop to having a very profitable shop. So it's just kind of like all it took was several more reviews through Google, through the Google My Business listing. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And he attributed it entirely to those 4 reviews. So it's kind of crazy.
Experience, not a client, but just like a friend of mine. His dad owns a gutter business, and they had some bad reviews. Like, and like it was just all bad. They didn't even know Google My Business existed. That they had these reviews online. Not really into the digital space or understanding of it yet, but yeah, that's another thing. You know, you've got to. It helps to understand and run these listings because to make sure your reputation is safe, and you know, or else you might, like, they lost all their phone calls. Their phone stopped ringing after these reviews came online.
Yeah, we're
so
living in an
that's.
information-rich era, you know.
But I also hope,
Anybody can see anything.
yeah. So I mean, I hope that helps businesses run better though too. Like, you know, actually respect people when doing business with them versus just, oh, no one's gonna know. No, it's a pretty connected world now.
Yeah, I think that's what's dope. So this is kind of like a mini plug for us. We have this awesome like review collection API software that we work with that like basically emails out past customers, and it's geared to get like good reviews, right?
Yep.
Because they are super, super important. And I mean, technically you could do it manually, or you could like manage it all yourself, or you could reply to the people all by yourself. But like, there's also awesome like review collection softwares and stuff. Since this stuff does matter, like it literally could make you profitable. It could make you lose business. So, I mean, take a look at some of the reviews, Google My Business. I mean, it's some make it or break it plays too. Like there's a lot of people who are, you know, spiking up in traffic or losing traffic just from what's on this thing that some people don't even know exists. So that's the crazy thing, is that Google will even generate a Google My Business listing for you if you get searched enough. So sometimes you'll like pop up as you have a business at a location, even though you haven't like verified or created the location on Google My Business. So
yeah, that's exactly what happened with these reviews were thrown onto an unverified page that was, you know, the negative ones. So yeah, maybe we should talk about you know, another time. I have a whole you can talk about just reviews, purely review management.
Yeah,
like how to come back from bad reviews or something like that.
Yeah,
to be interesting.
Yeah, be a dick to your customers.
Or where you can promote, you know, giving the business a review, like say on an invoice or a handout or a business card. Just different strategies for collecting reviews.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we do have a ton of strategies. We actually have a huge resource thing for it. So actually, that might be a pretty dope podcast. Did we pretty much answer all the questions for Google My Business? I mean, is this too short? Maybe we should, maybe we can actually touch on it for a second. Otherwise, I don't know. I think we're doing pretty good, actually. This might be a good, what else do we have to talk
I mean,
about?
I wish we had more of the, well, not many people have a lot of the statistics, and Google doesn't always reveal all the data, but if we can maybe supplementary info to this on the website at some point, we can add for any listeners watching about like statistics for businesses that have filled out Google My Business listing versus those that don't.
Yeah.
The business that they generate.
I know there's a crazy stat about if someone looks you up on Google My Business and you're within 5 minutes from the location, there's a 95% chance that they'll go to your location. And I mean, that seems sort of obvious. It's like if they're looking for you and you're close, they'll go to you. But that also means like that correlation between people looking at you and proximity is like very high. So it's like, why not show up in maps more? Why not, be more present in those searches? Plus, those insights just become that much more valuable because then you can start expecting to have people come visit you. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
It's awesome that you brought that up because I don't think we touched on that proximity, like the smartness of Google and how having a Google My Business listing, you're going to pop up. Say it's just a random day, 5 people are interested in your business and they're like a mile away. They're going to see you right up there at the top, your listing.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have
there's a good chance that they'll go to you, you know?
Yeah. So that's huge too. And they're improving that. There's been updates recently on how that works. Nothing really very public, but it's going to get smarter and it's going to people, you're going to need that listing filled out versus your competitors nearby.
Yeah. Tasty. I love Google My Business.
Absolutely.
I love it.
And what's crazy, it's like it's such a small like part of somebody's like search time. Like I don't know if people really even spend that much time on an actual Google My Business listing. It's just such a quick deal. It's just like it's just super transitory, but it matters so much. Like they might be on your Google My Business listing for like 5 seconds because they typed in your name, saw your phone number, clicked the number, called you, and they never went back to your Google My Business listing. Like they're on it that fast because they find exactly what they need and they get in contact with you in the way they needed to immediately. So I don't know. It's
Absolutely.
Crucial. I wouldn't. It's like how much can we truly talk about something that takes a fraction of a second for somebody to click on what info they needed to act? But I mean,
I mean, like even like mobile phone, for example, like the mobile phone layout is different and it has a huge buttons for just like, even an accidental tap, like they just pick you out of the other 2 or 3 that appear.
Yep.
And call you. Yeah, it's something else. But
it could be sink or swim,
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Go big or go home. But I mean, and I think even the Google My Business page, it also improves the local ranking and positioning of your website listings too. So that's always a big thing to keep in mind, like having your site linked from like a review-filled Google My Business listing is going to get your website like near that other that local real estate too. So like double the chance of generating business and leads.
Well, let's go kind of back to kind of the beginning for like CMOs that might not have a Google My Business. What is the process of getting a listing? So is it free? Like how much does a Google My Business listing cost? What all do you need to start one? Do you have to have a website to start one? Like what are the prerequisites to getting one of these things listed, and what's the cost of entry here?
So to start it up, all you have to do is go to the Google search browser or any browser really and just type in Google My Business. So literally like possessive My Business, right? Google My Business. And literally the page that shows up is probably the first result. You just click Google My Business, sign up for Google My Business. It's a free sign up. You just enter some information about your business, put in information like the title of your business. You can put in phone numbers, you can put in websites, you can put in just whatever information you'd like to enter, your address, that kind of stuff. And it pretty much generates the page for you, generates the listing for you. Then you just verify it. And verification is usually through phone. Sometimes they have to do it through mail. So they might have to mail you mail like the verification letter to you or to your physical address. But otherwise, that's really it. I mean,
super easy. There's no excuse not to have one. So if you're a CMO or a business owner or anything, and you don't have a Google My Business like listing yet, you have been advised. You have no excuse not to get one of these things, one of your businesses listed on Google My Business. It is way too valuable, and it's free.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I'm sorry. If you need a link, google.com/business. If you need an exact link and you can't find it in Google, but I'm sure you can find it in Google. For sure.
/business.
But a point to make too when you're making these, if you're new and you're making these, just be sure to keep it consistent with the info on say you have a website page, you're going to link to it, that the phone number is the same, the business name is the actual same business name, and the same with the address. Consistent citations, that's a huge part of SEO and local SEO. So it all kind of,
evens out.
Yeah.
It'll gets on the same page, I guess. So
Yeah.
the thing that kind of does suck, there is a little bit of a downside from the Google My Business, is that some people can kind of solicit you because you have a Google My Business, or they think they can take advantage of the fact that you have a Google My Business and get your information. So it's a little annoying. It happens to everybody because marketers and advertisers ruin everything, right? So, and salespeople ruin everything. So, what people have been doing, like I even get called all the time. They'll see our number and on Google My Business, because you're just listed there as a business. They'll see the number, they'll call you up claiming that they're a Google representative, or claiming this, that, and the other, saying that you need to verify something, or saying that they need to talk to the business owner. Just be wary. Google doesn't call you. They usually do not call you. So if you're getting solicited by some random people talking about being a local Google representative, talking about how you don't have a verified listing, just ignore them. So it's just something to keep in mind. But,
yeah, very good thing to keep in mind for sure.
Yeah, because we've even had some of our clients have been like, "Hey, is this stuff not working? What's going on?" It's like, no, it's just people soliciting. So it's just something to keep in mind. So
absolutely,
for sure. I think that's one for the books, guys.
Yeah, I mean, anything else as you're creating that new Google My Business page? They've got some enhanced educational tool tips that make it super easy now as you're going through. And there's also Google guidelines. If you Google that, it's Google resources for, or you can just type Google My Business support. You'll find it. But it's super straightforward, and it's definitely worth doing. And you won't see results right away like most content marketing or SEO, but it's preventative for your reputation, and it's just a great investment to start building reviews and getting ranked locally.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
Well,
that's what it's all about.
If you're out there and you're struggling to put together a Google My Business listing, please go to www.wearehone.com and click on for the free consult button in the top right. We do 20 to 30 minute free consultations for people all the time. And if you want to use that for us to help you set up your local listing, we'd be very glad to do that for you. Other than that, that's the episode. Well, we'll see you guys in episode 24. Peace.
Peace.